Duh! Yes, YouTube! Sorry about no video on Sunday. I've been pretty busy with about 15 hours making the reptile room, fish room tour video, plus being away this weekend. So we're going to get back to normal today, and I don't think you're going to want to miss out on what we're going to be up to in today's video. And for those of you who missed out on the Angelfish and Discus Aquarium, we're going to be checking that out today. We're going to go for a little walk first, so why don't we just check that out? I'll rejoin you in a bit.
Turn your lights down low, set your mind to default. You just can't undo the harm caused. In a memory where the key got lost, it is hard to find what you need the most.
So for those of you who've been following the channel a while, you'll know that I enjoy aquascaping, and it just got me thinking, is aquascaping something for us to look at and something that looks beautiful, or can it also serve a practical purpose? Well, we're going to check that out in today's video, so don't go anywhere. Okay, so welcome back. So like I said in today's intro, we're going to be exploring why do we aquascape? Is it just for us, or can it also serve another purpose? So I've had my Angelfish and Discus tank moved out of this room more recently, and for those of you following this channel, you'll know that, and I know some of you missed them in the last reptile fish room update. So we're going to be checking out that tank today and doing a little bit of work. Now, just to give you a bit of background, the two Angelfish I have remaining is a male and a female, and for some reason the male is consistently and constantly attacking the female. I don't know why, they've always got on, but he's just obviously maturing and always wants to breed. So that's become a bit of a problem, and she's had some nip fins and did get a little bit beat up the other day. So we need to create something to try and stop this. Now, I don't want to add any more angelfish to diffuse the aggression and other things that you'd normally look at. So what we're going to do today is we're going to try and use aquascaping to our advantage, make an aquascape without any substrate, and create some visual barriers to try and help the little fish get better. So if that's something that interests you, then please stay tuned, because we're going to do that right now. So over the years, I know aquascaping has grown in popularity, especially with the growth of Facebook groups, YouTube channels, and loads of people dedicating time, like myself, to promote this amazing hobby. Now, it did get me thinking the other day, why do we do it other than looking at that tank? It does look a lot nicer than a bare bottom tank, but are there advantages and disadvantages of aquascaping? Now, I felt in the past that having a bare bottom tank for my Discus Angelfish, and I do have a Precostomus in that tank, was a beneficial thing, just to ease the maintenance and just keep a clean setup. Now, it has obviously come with its disadvantages, if you've seen. Obviously there was no visual barriers like we've started to create in that tank already. Now, that has caused some of the angelfish to fight, and as you can see, the female angelfish has got quite beat up, fins are a bit nipped, her tail is being chewed away, and obviously has caused her a lot of stress. Now, having a bare bottom tank is easy in terms of maintenance, but it also comes with its own problems. So I need to make sure that I'm doing more regular water changes, just because there's no surface area in substrate and hardscape for beneficial bacteria. Now, you would think having a bare bottom tank would mean less water changes, and a lot of people may say that is the case. But personally, I know from when I do water changes, I probably do more frequent water changes on that tank, because it just has to replenish its beneficial bacteria. For me personally, aquascaping is the way to go, like I've talked a lot and tried to promote in my past videos. I think this looks a lot nicer. It recreates a environment for the fish, gives them places to breed and hide. And on that note, I've just managed to see today that there's some baby Bloody Mary shrimp in that tank. So for those of you who watched my last room tour video, you would have seen I talked about the shrimp disappearing and maybe they've been eaten. But that doesn't seem to be the case. It looks like they've been hiding away and breeding. Now, I have seen a lot more of the Bloody Mary shrimp recently. And like I said, amazing news, we've got some babies. So we'll keep you updated on that tank. But as well, a lot of the nutrients gets taken up by the plants in this tank, and I don't have to do as frequent water changes with this because the plants are keeping that environment healthy, as well as the fish adding to the bioload. And keeping the nutrients down in any tank, as a lot of you will know, helps battle algae. In saying that, do you have a little bit of algae? A bit annoying, hasn't been until now, but unfortunately the CO2 system isn't the best as the tropical one, and I said that in the last video. Not very good, added a new canister. The regulator is rubbish and therefore has leaked CO2. I'm not going to be carrying on using it, I'm going to get a better system. But as well, I've also got a snail problem in here which we'd look to address in another video, and perhaps we'll get a assassin snail in the future. Okay, so I hope you agree that tank looks a lot better, as well as serving a practical purpose in breaking the visual barriers for the angelfish. Now, already I've done this, maybe it's been there for about 3 days, and I've already seen that the angelfish are leaving each other alone a bit. Has definitely diffused the aggression. There's still plenty of room to swim around, and there's also room underneath as well to stop any waste gathering, so that's obviously a positive. Now, we'll keep you updated on how this fish is doing. It's not going to be back in this room, that tank, but I will still keep you updated and show some progress, and hopefully we'll start to see the fins grow back and start to see it recover. Now, I know a lot of people think that aquascaping is really expensive. To a degree it is, and I think it's something if you're really passionate about, you want to put the money into, great. But if you can't, this is a really good way of making a tank look a lot greener, a little bit more natural, and still quite easy to maintain. Now, there are more areas in there for beneficial bacteria to gather on the hardscape and on the plants. So if you're looking at an aquascape on a budget, then this is a brilliant way of going about it. Get a piece of hardscape, wood, rock, glue some epiphyte plants. Cyanacrylide super glue is perfectly safe for fish, and you would have seen me use that earlier. Now, all the plants I used were from the plant bin from Frank's tank. Now, he is looking a bit bare at the moment, and we'll be looking to do a water change in him very soon. Add him some substrate so we can add trimmings from the other aquariums in there. And shortly, they will all be getting a upgrade on this racking system. I'll be removing the racking, adding some wooden shelving, and there'll be an ADA designated tank shelf, which is gonna look amazing. So if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, now's the perfect time to do that. We've got loads of setups to come. If you have a look at my terrarium for Bert, my panther chameleon behind me, I've just received the order of expanding foam. I've got some silicone on its way, and I'm waiting on the plastic sheets to do that. So we'll be starting that in the next couple of weeks, and that'll be a fully bioactive setup, so make sure you don't miss out on that. Now's a perfect time to subscribe, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. As well, if you're a regular viewer, if you do me a massive favour and hit that like button and just drop me a comment, just so YouTube are enjoying this sort of content and allows me to make more videos like these. Now, I hope this has been something a little bit different for you, and I'm sorry that I didn't get a video out on Sunday, but we're back to our normal schedule now, and I'll release videos every Wednesday and every Sunday, so make sure you don't miss out. But I think that's enough of me waffling on for today's video. Thanks for checking out today's video, and I'll catch you in the next one.